Are we back? Chatto, I think we might be back. Hard to tell, but I think it's transmitting again. Are we back? Can you see me? In all my glory. Excellent. I didn't actually bother shutting off the stream. I just left it running, knowing that I'd get it back again. Yeah, no, the whole thing just absolutely shat itself. Intro again. Twitch just couldn't handle the success of this system. That's what it was. Yeah, no, it just completely shat itself. It was really weird because OBS's little thing went red, but the bitrate was still absolutely fine. And usually when I drop frames, it's because of the bitrate dropping. But it just was, and then it just completely died. Went to Z. Also, Whale Horse, thank you very much, though, for the resub. I didn't see which one it was. Was it 14 months, I think? Thank you very much, though. All of my buttons are broken as well. Unfortunately. Oh, there it is. Bit delayed. Got there in the end. Junior, thank you for the follow as well. Thank you to everyone that stuck around for the last couple of minutes. On-screen chat, it'll get there in a second. It seems to be fine on my end now. It'll just take a minute, I think, to settle in. What was the team for that badge? Oh, dear. Mike as well with the 35 months as your boa goes through, and it's another big save.
Why does it say 0 viewers, bruv?
Because I'm really unpopular, Mike. I'm sorry. I'm a terrible streamer. No, it's because my internet just died. We've only just managed to get the stream back up again. Tex-Mex AP, but isn't that going to be a waste of Tex-Mex? Or do you think that he's just getting in the way of the two slightly ahead of him? Let's get to half-time first, actually. Let's just let it go to half-time. So we've got... oh, we're just testing out a new tactical style, James, just to try and mess with some stuff in the league. One thing I would say is XG output in this first half, excluding the fact that it's only 1-0. The XG output has been very, very high, which is good signs. Castillo going alone here. Can he pull this across for someone? He should have, honestly. What's the reasoning? No idea. You think there's reasoning? Bold of you. Oh... There has to be, I think, get a little bit of getting in the way with them, with all three of them occupying that zone. We just depend, yeah, but we still have high XG even excluding that. Like Kontovrakis is looking really nice on the ball. He's constantly driving into good areas. Look at, he's taken 3 of them on here. He's still going. Kontovrakis. Maybe don't shoot there though, buddy. He's looking fantastic in this system. The defenders look solid. It's literally just it's Tex-Mex and the 2 strikers that are not quite performing. And I feel like if we can get those 3 to start singing a different song, that could be the key for us. But the wide players look really good. Okay, first half, I mean, that's good. But I think you're right. I think maybe Tex-Mex is an advanced playmaker on support just to occupy that role. Maybe have one striker on a different... Maybe keep... wait, hang on. That's the... maybe the other way around, actually. Have him pressing off this side and more advanced forwardiness on this side instead. Complete forwards, I just really don't like complete forwards at all. I don't want to make the changes to the personnel or anything. I want to just sort of try that for the second half. Yamin's looked fine. 2 Trexer strikes. What, everyone sort of plays off of them. Things are going well, they are. Oh, I should have done the other one there, actually. My bad. Okay. Let's just try that. Okay, they've made a few halftime subs. We'll see if we get any, if we see any improvements in the second half. We'll be able to tell bloody quickly if there is. But at least if when they're playing out from the back, there's always going to be these wide players available because they're going to be marking all the middle areas. And Dala, but this is what I mean. There's quite a big gap that we've got to get through in order to get to the midfield. But once they get there, it's open. It's open season. Yeboah. Pulls it back for Dala. Okay, he's in the box. Can we get another penalty or something maybe? Castillo. Oh. Ah. Yeah, and I think that's why. I just really want to have 2 strikers in this new system, I think. Because I think we've got these strikers we want to use as Nando's through for Kekschmidt. And Nando scores for Kekschmidt. Bit central midfielder heavy. You're right, yeah. I think we could do with 1 less. I actually agree. I think it's because complete forwards, often what the game calls complete forwards is often players that kind of do a bit of everything, but also don't do anything particularly well. We've had a lot of players that whenever the game calls a player a complete forward, I'm usually worried. So naturally, their first shot on target is a goal. What we need is a tactic that does that. We lost, sadly, Mr. Enforcer. It was 5-2 in the end on aggregate. Second half has started a bit poorly. Way less out of us from an attacking standpoint. Tex has not looked fantastic either. Navarro can come in, though. Maybe Liam Skinner for a bit. It's certainly given us something to think about for the next game. But it seems like we've really dried up from a create. At least we're having shots on target, which is decent. the second half output has definitely seemingly dropped. Now, that can happen in games for any reason, but you look at the momentum switches, it doesn't look anywhere near as dominant as the first half did. I mean, I think we'll probably still end up winning this game, but I'm not over convinced by the changes we made in the second half. And also, a lot of our XG has come from a like set piece situation. Look at Kontavrakis again. Oh, what a man! Well, we've got a lot of good strikers now. I just want to use them a little bit more. Honestly, Milovanovic is on a 6.7 in that right. It's back down again. Kontavrakis has dropped rating quite heavily in this second period with the other changes around. No, not obviously it can't be all to do with that, but he has dropped quite a lot of rating. What a diving header that is. Ah, it's a bad ball. The other thing is we're very liable to counterattacks. But obviously if we can... Yeah. Labros is thriving, but he has definitely got a lot worse. Tactical familiarity is shit, but you can usually still see if there's like a good vibe from it. Attack versus support, don't I? Vibes, innit? People have said that about the previous tactic too, which won us the Champions League, so I'm not sure I'm overly convinced by that. Sure, the title is given. Yeah, that's exactly it. But that's why we're doing tactics tests now, using this opportunity to try some stuff out in the league. Meddler it. Yeah, that definitely didn't work for us in the second half. We barely created a chance worth note in the entire second period of that game. Castillo has put in an absolute dog shit performance yet again. Now missing the penalty didn't help, but he has really struggled lately. Bobby Tree hasn't been great either. So, things I liked about that. Everyone except for the front three. Half-time, well, if they did, I wouldn't know because I'm not them. They made a couple of subs. Okay. So, I liked everything about it, except for all the parts that didn't. Actual success. Holy shit. I just don't think we have the players for that. Well, the reason I want to do two strikers is because it's like, if we don't do two strikers, we're just back to having a one-striker tactic, and is it really that different from what we're already doing? And if that's the case, why bother making a new tactic? Like, we've got all these extra strikers, and I want to get them some game time, and it's just a bit tough. I don't like false nines. I've never managed to get a false nine to actually play well in any system I've ever played on FM. I'm not saying it won't work, I'm just saying I've never managed to get them to work. Basel under 21. Oh, no one there. Okay, in that case, I probably won't get a re-up on that report. Scouting update. Okay, anyone interested? That Valencia guy, but he's super expensive. Shadow Striker back to CM. You can't play a Shadow Striker as a CM, so that would literally not be possible. That role only exists in the AM slot. I'm annoyed about that, but it is what it is. Valderson, I think he's an... Oh, that's a different guy called Valderson. Oh, it's Valdson, not Valderson. I think Pavlovic has... Ah. Yeah, the Seagrass report has made him seem slightly worse, and I think that's enough for me to probably tick him off the list. Kitic. Don't think he makes the cut either, honestly. Good player-ish, but... Domanski. Oh, wow, so Gonzalo doesn't rate him as highly either, but I still kind of like him. So CM. Yeah, but CM, that's... We still have to do something with him when he's there. That, since we can't play him as a Shadow Striker in CM, and I don't really want to just play a bland CM system. Oh, I suppose it would, that kind of does work, actually. We used to use a lot of CMA last year. Actually, let's just focus on tactics at the moment. YouTube for my scouting focuses. I don't use scouting focuses, so that would be a no. But I do have loads of videos about YouTube, about how to do the scouting, but I just do not use recruitment focuses. I think they're trash. Oh, actually, who's this guy? From the Catholic Daddies. No worries, Maxi. It's just that as an anchor... Wait, hang on. There's no point in using two anchors. One anchor is fine. We'll just keep scouting those guys for the moment. I'm more interested in the tactics stuff. Let's get to the next game, and then we can have a closer look at what we actually want to try for the next one. Particularly against a team like Vashas, who we should be beating. Then again, we should have been beating Kek. To be honest, we should have still beaten Kek Schmidt anyway. 1 CM and 2 anchors, but then where's that extra player coming from? Who's dropping out for us to have that extra player? Because we've now suddenly gone from 1 midfielder to 3. So where's the extra one coming from? Also extra 2 technically, but I realise one of them is obviously the AM. Their B team's actually got some players in, but they're often older, so I think that's probably one at the back. Nothing could go wrong there. It'll be fine. Groningen? Go on. Ooh, another dude called Mohar. The amount of players I found called Mohar in there. Didn't we sign one last season? Tweet those roles. Yeah, but I just don't want to end up playing like another 4-2-3-1 system, because if that's the case, then we might as well just not bother. Because if we move one of the strikers back and then having this, then we've just suddenly, you're just, oh, for fuck's sake, Football Manager. If you do that and then you bring this back, we're basically just back to playing another 4-2-3-1 system. And in that case, we might as well just stay with the system we were already using for what it would actually offer us in that situation. Obviously, I want to change some stuff in a minute, but we'll come back to that. Feyenoord, they'll have some players, presumably. Yep, they've got this guy. I'll scout them anyway, but... Oh, what's that? Hector van Hoog. Don't mind a bit of that. Okay. Right. Okay, let me just... Wait. Oh, that's because I was just messing around with it. So. Penetration, build up position. But they played well. What, you think like double treks? So that everyone sort of plays around them. That'd be funny as hell if that worked. What, and then you have Tex-Mex run behind them. So like it's like that, where these two are just holding the ball up essentially, and not just passing stuff around, and these guys are just running off them. 5 treks. How about track? Yeah, a good idea. What about everyone's a trek? Why not something asymmetrical? Why not? Please provide an example. Like that could be anything. You get a trek. Chat, we're about to star the treks out of this. Let's go. Second AM and 6 treks. No, we've got to have an anchor in it somewhere. Maybe a halfback? Most rigid events in Europe. It's basically like a netball team. That's what they built. Oh. Let's have it. It's Deep Space 11. Right. Let's see who can actually play those roles then, shall we? That'll be fine. Yeah, I know. It's just a pain in the arse, Saz. Like, that's really not how that should work as far as UI goes. Let's go.
I'm the Pope. Cooper, take off the Pope hat.
You reckon a Regista? Oh, yeah, that was me. I meant to put him on halfback, not Regista. We probably would at least like some kind of defensive ability. False 10. Nothing, Peter. This is completely normal. Rapsag, thank you for the follow. Sapama Shep, Core Trek. What? Just win this game now. Two proper goal scoring strikers. I see what you're saying, Adam. But I would like to counter with this. 5 treks. Let's go. I see where you're coming from, but like this doesn't come along very often. Angry's back. Actually, it's not bad. Yeah, okay, no, I actually do agree with you there. Who's going to finish the attacks? That's the fun part. No one. Okay. Imagine if this worked. Or at least like looked sort of like had the propensity to work. I think they all still have shoot less off than on. Well, possession's good. Short passing. We've got it on slightly shorter, so we'll put it on shorter. They're never gonna shoot. No shots will be taken on my watch, thank you. Here we go. Tex-Mex is in. He's found Castillo. He's gone through. Castillo's gone. Oh, he's missed the fucking target. This human being is incapable of shooting a shot on target. We're just wait. The problem with MTK is they're trying to walk it into the net. Well, 70% possession. It was the cross. Good shout. Yep. Yeah, that's a him problem. Preston has to carry the trek. Well, they are in a way, aren't they? Velasquez has already got a booking. He's doing the heavy lifting of 5 players. Oh. This is the dream. Velasquez on the ball. Tex-Mex standing still, of course. Right, there's the runs. They're making them, apparently. Montiel. Malero's in. Malero's in. Malero's hit the post and he scored. It's 1-0. Alberto Malero, Trek extraordinaire, with a lovely little finish there. Malero made the pass. Malero found the finish. Oh, Bobby Trek. Yep. That was nice. Nice little bit of build-up. Castillo dropping in. The runners were made. Complete overload. There's 4 guys in the box. What's made? Oh, just yeah, it did. It's back now, though, luckily. And it's weirdly, when we came back up, someone had made all the rolls in my tactic Treks, and I don't understand how. I do wonder if work ball in the box would sort of behoove them. Since, obviously, with this number of Treks, it's one thing they'll love doing, and it's working the ball into the box. Because we're not getting enough shots on target here. Yeah, do you know what the problem was, chat? The defenders forgot to mark the Treks. That's their biggest issue. Where else can we play? Okay, Silva's on it. He's like, no, you do this. Well, it's certainly going to get a lot of possession. Oh my goodness me! Look at the football, for fuck's sake. We've created some chances in this first half. We just keep missing the target with the shots now. I would argue that we're actually playing better in this game than we did in the other one. Hilariously, possession is very stable. We're going to tire them out. They'll be able to stand up after this. Go on, second phase them. Do them. This is what we call patience. We're playing nicer football, true, yeah. Just popping it about. Casually. Oh, what a pass. Oh, lovely pick out again. Nearly. Vasas will, of course, score their first shot on target in this game, no doubt. And that's a penalty, is it? Bobby Tree. And it's over the line eventually from Bobby Tree. 2-0 to MTK Budapest. The Treks strike back. We are literally Spain's national... Yeah, exactly. Oh, good stuff. We're basically passing the ball into the net. Like, look at them trying to, like, walk it in. Exactly, if everyone's a Trek, no one's a Trek. Just other direction. 3xG, first half. You know? Malero. Oh, cleared off the line. I'm just saying. That's a solid first half from us. Still only the 2 goals up, but 3xG in the first half is not a bad... Oh, God. Oh, no. He's missed it. That's fine. Keeper's out. All good. Can I play a Trek in goal is my question. Yeah, ratings are superb. Everybody's getting loads of touches of the ball. Playing gorgeous football here. I'm liking which one is the Star Trek? We'll just never know. It's quite an enterprise we've got going. Tex-Mex flicks it on. Castillo brings it down. Castillo, no, Malero. It's 3-0. I'm starting to think that this is actually working. Because have you noticed how every single player is trying to pass the ball to their teammate? They're never shooting. But because of that, there's always a teammate over. Like, there's always a guy over because we've got so many overloads. Oh, mate, surely not. This is spectacular indeed. Castillo from a distance. Off the bar. Wait, not cleared properly. We're still in this. Oh. Even Yamin's busting into the box. Now, as Bobby Tree's shot is blocked, the pressure is relentless now. Velasquez puts it wide. And Tex-Mex is... So, 3.92 XG in the first half. Can we keep it? Oh, we've got to. Everyone at half-time is on over a 7. Like, nobody's playing poorly. Even Tex-Mex is on a 7.5. But some inverted wingbacks for the second half. Tell you what, we'll see this game out with this exact system, and then we'll change it. We'll try the inverted wingbacks for the next game. That way we can save this exact tactic before the end of the match. Because we've still got another match to come. We've still got at least time for one more game today. Before this sort of... But you see what I mean? They're all looking for that extra pass, and it means that the other team just... It's basically, what we've got is essentially shoot less often, but on steroids, where the players are actually listening to it because it's ingrained in their tactical role. What a pass. What a pass. That is a beautiful piece of football. And a great run from Tex-Mex there. That was a genuinely lovely run. Still lacking a few shots on target here, but we're getting there. I think work ball into the box definitely was the right choice. Trek specs. And we're in on it again. Look at the runners. So many runners. Look at the players we've got forward. Silva, Bobby Tree. It's another huge slot. Still got the switching wingers. We don't, but I'm not sure we need them so much anymore. Defense has been good. It's incredibly nice football to watch as well. That is another thing I will say. It is gorgeous. Where is our other centre-back? Oh, wait. Yamin. I just realised Yamin and Antunes were playing at centre-back in this game. He's through again. Malero around the side for Castillo. Bangs it home. That's offside. Yeah, it does help that we've got two players at centre-back who are really not centre-backs. They're both midfielders. Haven't done anything to be bad. It's true, yeah. Disallowed, obviously. Oh, it would be trash at instant result. You know it. Okay. The other... Vashas are not exactly enjoying this game. I think that's something we can all agree on. Yeah, I think against weaker sides, honestly, because they'll be much better passers of the ball, won't they? Right, okay. It's time for some subs. Who wants to come on? We're kind of using most of our front line already. With a few exceptions, we're kind of using most of them. We'll get you on. And we'll get Kontovrakis in for, I guess, yeah, you. For now. It's fun to watch. And it plays lovely football. And it actually does seem to generate goals and opportunities. Like, the XG today is... We're probably going to end up with over 5 XG from this one game. Now, I know it's only 3-0, but you know how things can go. Silver again. The second half, I've noticed that they've released themselves a little bit more, and it's creating more spaces for us. And look at that from Tex-Mex. It feels like in the second half, they've pushed forward a bit more, and it's allowing spaces for us to make runs in behind. And it's not going to work out well for them. Defensively, it looks really stable. Like, we're just giving nothing away defensively. That's a great finish from Tex-Mex. Knock it away. Yep. Breakaway chance again. Because we'll already have players forward. Yeboah could just yeet this. I'm afraid I can't do that, Armino, because he wouldn't listen to me. No one ever does. Yeah, Tex-Mex had to walk it in, obviously. It's part of the plan. And look at the runners again. They're just always there. Ready to make those runs. Now he's had a little... They've literally given up. Oh, just wide. First real opportunity we've seen from Vashas in the entire game. And ironically, they did it with a bloke sitting on the floor. That's true, yeah. If they don't have the ball, it is a complete strangulation on the possession as well. Oh, look at this one-touch stuff. Tex-Mex is it again. Oh, my goodness me. That's surely going to be enough to take us to 5 XG, though. Nearly? Oh, so close. Go on. One more. One more shot, basically, and we get the 5. It's easily, though, the type of system that on the right day where the chances are there, with that kind of attacking output, could easily see you win this game 9-0. Like, we've had the opportunities in this game to score 9 goals or so. It's just sometimes you don't actually put them in the net. Like Castillo, with some of the chances he had in this one, have not exactly gone to plan for him. As Malero, now look at the runners. Kontovrakis, and that's a foul, and that's a penalty. It's going to be 5, presumably. Stamina, and I believe it's match sharpness. There's another missed penalty. Surprisingly. That's 2 penalties we've missed now, and that's different players as well. Malero's ball in. I would have to sort out the who's where on set pieces, because we've not really been taking advantage of corners, because obviously the defenders are in the wrong spots. 4-0, but 74% possession and 5.76 XG. Okay. Can I... Ah, shit, I can't, can I? Oh, no, we didn't change anything. Oh, no, the thing I changed when we got into the game was anchor and work ball in the box, wasn't it? But for the next game, I want to try something else with the inverted wingbacks. Oh, short pass. Yes, you're right. So it was that, and then that. But now... The great thing about having Darla and Terra Nova play these roles as well, by the way, is that they're both capable of playing on either foot. Striker swaps wise, why not, eh? Everyone gets to swap. Put their keys in a bowl and they'll finally end up somewhere. We've got a player for that. He swaps with him. And then fuck it, we'll have these two swap over as well, because of course we will. It's a shame we can't do three-way swaps. Tackle support. Well, I wanted to keep the same level of... Oh, hang on, wait. Yeah, maybe support, actually, because they're both on attack. So it'd make more sense to have these both be on support to keep the balance a bit more. As if there's any balance here. It's a shame you can't rotate them all. No, you can only rotate... They can only swap with one player, and as a result, yeah. Okay. I think we're on to something. Tempo down a tad. What you think? Maybe just like slightly higher would maybe stop them from... It could at least help us get more shots on target. Did you not get bored during these saves? No, absolutely not. We're playing 5 Trequartistas. How could you get bored of that? Which saves should I do? That is completely up to you, because I have no idea what sort of saves you're interested in. Get a bit of Peck Swallow there as well. Okay, Budapest, this is going to be a much more difficult game. Much more difficult game. Vashas are bottom of the league, and we were at home. Going away to third place to Budapest is a different, entirely different kettle of fish. We had, Togolese. We have had 2 testimonials. We've had one for Jesus. That's right, you heard. We've had one for Jarju, and we've had one for Pereira. He's a very interesting prospect. Imagine we enjoy the save, because watching the nation develop itself as well as doing our own thing is where the fun lies for me. Watching the other Hungarian sides in Europe getting to finals and not winning anything yet, but they will, hopefully. That, for me, is where the real joy comes from. Like, technically, there's still a Hungarian side in Europe in this save. In fact, there they are. Yeah, Jesus never came back for his testimony. It was very odd. Out of character for him, you might say. Yeah, Valom is killing it in training. It won't be long until he is a complete god. Okay, so they're going to swap over for no reason, apparently. Tex-Mex to there. Right, hang on. We'll start Contavrakis then. I don't want to start Navarro there, because I want... Texi is definitely best in the middle role in this. Even in this batshit system, he's definitely functioning best there. Okay. This will be an interesting one for us as to how we do against a much better side. Oh, basically, Slugs, we decided that once we went out of Europe, the plan was to try and build a randomly over-aggressive system that we could hopefully clap some cheeks in the league. And this is what we're currently running with. For the lols. We thought we'd turn it into a tactics incubator, because I feel like we weren't winning enough league games. Or not, obviously we won 25. We weren't winning them by enough of a margin, and our strikers were often underperforming in some of them. And I was like, you know what, this feels like something that 5 Trequartistas would fix. So far, it's gone okay. We're unbeaten and have not conceded a goal since we moved to the 5 Trequartista system. This game, though, is going to be a very different matter. Because Budapest are actually good. Vashas are these guys down here. That's who we've just beat. This is who we're playing now. This should not be anywhere near as easy. But the fact that we started off with good possession is a strong sign. Bit of early ball. Go on, Bobby. Yes, well done, Bob. Right, breakaway chance, please. Nice. Silva, okay, just give the ball back to them. That's fine, too. Making a video. Maybe. Hey, if it works, right? You got to just do what works for you. I'm wondering if the swapping is going to make things even more chaotic for our opponents today. Oh, look at the space. Zwane's in. Zwane. He's gone for the dink. And he's nearly scored. You know what? That wasn't bad. That was quite nice from Budapest then. We actually got caught out because they were able to get to the ball. So that's what that's what their mistake was. They didn't get the ball off of us. So this is a lot more compact of a game. Oh, look at Tex-Mex again, though. Driving into the box. Terra Nova's got space. He's going to shoot here, isn't he? And he has to. It's off the base of the post. Silva puts it across, and not quite. That's more like it. We were quite slow starting against Vashas too, though, if you remember. Like, we didn't have a shot in like the first 20 minutes of that game either. Oh, Silva breakaway chance. Here we go. No! Why doesn't he... He shouldn't have passed that. If he just runs out with that ball, we've got every chance of a great counter-attack. Zwane's through! And he scores! Yeah, I'm not liking the inverted wingbacks. At the moment, honestly. I think it's making everything way too narrow. And now there's no longer... We're not stretching other teams as well. We'll go to half-time as things are. That was their only shot, the first shot on target of the game, after all. But I think at half-time I might turn them back to being normal wing-backs again. Plus with Montiel... Actually, he's got on both feet too, isn't he? It was worth a little go, though. Kontavrakis, nice. Here we go. Yeah, because he's always looking to come back inside rather than continue his run, and that's the problem. Tex-Mex! It's 1-1. Tex-Mex with his 17th goal of the season. That's nice. That was better. Good pressure. Harried them into a mistake, basically. But you can see that Bobby Tree and Castillo's ratings have been trash in this game. But they haven't really maybe got enough of the ball yet. Oh, here we go. Silva delivers a cross. It's cleared, but Santos will... Yep, that's fine. They're just going to give it back to us. I still think second half, though, back to normal wing-backs. Oh, look at this. Lovely little one-touch stuff here. Kontavrakis is so congested in there. We need some width with those wingers. Sorry, not the wingers. We need the wing-backs to provide that. Allows them to push out a little bit. It's just too tight in there otherwise. Not enough freedom for the wide for the two central actual striker treks. Oh, that's not going to be a pen, is it? The defense doesn't look as stable today, but obviously they're against... What? That's given? Okay. Who takes this one? Is it Castillo? Now, we've missed our last two penalties with different players taking them. Surely we can't make it 3 out of 3. Are you joking? Are you serious? Are we just not allowed to score a penalty ever again? 2 wide Treks as winger role? What if we did that? They wouldn't be Treks anymore, would they? That would defeat the point of them being Treks. Oh. Yeah, that's true. You can't pass in a penalty. Very good points. Yeah, Castillo just can't seem to hit a penalty. It's Silva! Great goal. Although that might be offside. There is a potential that that could well be offside. Nope, given. 2-1. Brandon Silva scores. We're actually ahead now. And obviously with the penalty in there, that's helping us a little bit, but we've still been the better side very comfortably. Created opportunities. Loads of them, in fact. Oh, surely not more. Silva from a distance. He's gone for it. Saved. Oh. Yeah, I think I want to switch the wing-backs back to where they were in the second half. I like that they were actually getting forward and providing a little bit of width for us, which we don't really have. Plus, when they were doing that, it was causing their defence to separate slightly. It was more providing more space for Bobby and Castillo. But that's the only tweak I want to make, honestly, at halftime. I want to see how the rest of this game goes like that. Oh, I know there is. The non-penalty XG stat. But I just like looking at that one at the top, because after all, penalties XG is still XG, isn't it? We probably should score penalties. Like, that's our 3rd straight penalty miss. We probably should be scoring them. Statistically, that's very unlikely for us to miss that many penalties in a row. Even missing 2 in a row is extremely unlikely. So 3 is absolutely mad. Ooh, dangerous. Go on, get a foot in on him. It's interesting, though, in the 2 goals we have conceded. So, oh, lovely play. Kontavrakis, look at the runners. He's got so many people to his right. He has to square it, please. Labra, oh, for fuck's sake. Come on. You had 3 players on an overload there, and you're like, no, let me just take this into a blind alley and have a weak-ass shot. It's good that we can create those kind of overloads, though. Oh, that's a great pass. Ah, is that their 2nd shot on target? Like, when they create something... Good lord. Shoot less often on strikers. It's not on, is it? The strikers don't have shoot less often on. Oh, I see what you mean, yeah. I don't think I'd want them to shoot even less than they already are. That was unfortunate. Yeah, we considered the only shot on target against Kexmet too, but that was slightly different. Yeah, Zwane's really good. South African international, after all. Ooh. Oh, Uipe's starting to find something in this game, maybe now. Nah, he's going to get clattered from behind here, isn't he? Although that's left a huge space for Bamba. It's a great stop from Portia. Okay. Uipesh seemed to have come into the second half a little bit more now. It might be because we made the change. Yeah, he's been fantastic. Radojcic has been incredible. You'd think just being a Trek would be enough to make them pass the ball there, but yeah, you're right. I'm just concerned about them never shooting, given that we already aren't shooting. Well, we are, but... That's more like it. Right, there we go. I think we just need to settle into the second half a little bit. Trex's cams. I like what we've got at the moment. Oh, here we go. Tex-Mex again. He's into the box. Can he shoot? Nope. Doesn't matter, though, because Bobby Tree's in there. And somehow we still have... They're still in play. We've still got it. Oh my god. How did we not turn that into a chance? They were just overplaying it a little bit there, I think. Radojicic. Oh god. Oh, it's every shot on target for Budapest. It's 3-2. I think... LMS just got absolutely rinsed there with what a pass from Bamba that is. But LMS just yeets himself at it, and then Radojicic is just taking the piss out of his parent club. We did turn it into a chance, true. Just wasn't a chance for us. God, they've actually come back into it now. Yeah, they actually can finish their chances. It's almost like having a world-class striker isn't good enough. Right, Yamin can come off for Pretzel. And honestly, I can't bring Bobby Tree on. Go for that for now. Well, it was going well until it wasn't. I feel like sometimes halftime changes, no matter how successful they actually are, sometimes just completely do not work. Stay wider. I think that would have been... I think that normally comes back to them naturally, yeah. Oh. Which is a cool feature. I do like that it actually remembers that information. Here we go. Bobby into the channel. Good touch. Right, now we need the rules. Now we need the... Not the rules. Now we... What a pass. Milovanovic. Great goal. Vojislav Milovanovic. 3-3 here. I think we are still the better team. It's just one of those games sometimes. But Milovanovic coming through. That was nice. That was good from us. Bobby Tree does really, really well here to bring this out of the air. But also the pick out. Look at that for a pass. Absolutely world class. Don't know what Milovanovic is doing there, but... Okay, 3-3. I still feel like we're capable of going on and winning this from here. Or needless to say, there'll probably be more. And we've had a missed penalty in this game as well. Looks like it's just going to end up being quite tepid in the end. Probably still should have won, but it is what it is. We probably don't have time for one more, but we're going to do it anyway. Unless the game's like really far away. Their keeper had a good game, and he did. Ours on a 6.2, sadly. Not that I feel like he's responsible for much. I mean, maybe he was a bit presumptuous with that other... with the third goal that they got. It's a week away from Haladash. Fuck it. We'll do that game too. I'm in the mood for another game. But I kind of want to go back to the Vashas system. Where it's... I liked that. I think that was the most balanced one we had so far. That actually seemed to work for us. And obviously, you know, a better opposition. And we still looked solid, but I feel like we just look better with the width that we've got from those guys there. Oh, what skin? Exclamation mark skin, and you will get your answer. It's SAS23. There's a brand new version now as well, which is really cool. Not for that. Lovely old job. Scouting update. Wow. We're going to have fun with scouting next stream. That means it's going to be transfer stream on Thursday. Wow, that wasn't a lot of people. Oh, why don't I access him that time? Oh yeah, I could just send them all around, can't I? Because that's just what we're doing at the moment. 3 trek is enough. 3 trek. You've put me down this pattern now. I'm happy with the number of treks. I think the switching might have been an issue, true, yeah, which is why I tend to not do that middle of games often. I will often just accept that I get... Usually because I'm doing this in pre-season, etc. I will usually just wait to the end of a match, make my little changes in the next match and go from there. Does it cost? No, it's free. No, if anyone's charging for skins, they would get in some serious trouble with SI. But it's like 40 megs, so barely any space at all. In fact, Saz has done a lot of work on optimizing it. And potentially a Conference League final if we... Yeah, I mean, they've got a midweek game, haven't they? Monthly loan stats. Anyone doing mad stuff? We know Radojicic is going to be up there on account of him just getting a brace against us. Oh. Ah, Francois. Never eat the lasagna, buddy. What have I told you? We'll at least get an idea of where they're going to... What the hell? The fact that he's 2.5-star current ability at 17. My favourite skin? This one. That's why I'm using it. Check well up the morale. But luckily that game is after the first leg. So it might not matter so much then. Dear Haunter, thank you very much for the follow. Oh, for sure, yeah. He absolutely does. But unfortunately, SI are not particularly fond of that kind of thing. Okay, some Turkey's generating some quality talent. So Man United, we would have placed Real Madrid in the next, like, a Steam Deck version. I just don't know if that's the sort of thing that, I don't know what, honestly, I don't know enough of the specifics of how those things, to how that all works to actually know if that's even possible. Okay. Trabzonspor as well. Anyone there as well? Yeah, of course they do. Just the 2 guys, but still. We don't have any money left. New challenge. You just signed a new contract. Yeah, you literally just signed a new deal last season, like last summer. Oh, please, please, please. Red card. It's not looking good, Brev. That 2-0 down in the first leg. I mean, we know how difficult it is to be 2-0 down in the first leg. It doesn't look like it's going particularly well. I think it's unlikely that we'll be coming back for a Conference League final at the start of Thursday's stream at that rate. To be fair, just getting this far is a big achievement for them, so I'm pleased for them on that one. That red card, I mean, were they? I didn't actually see when the goals were scored, to be fair. So for all I know, that was actually, that red card came afterwards. Obviously, what I'll do is, because obviously we've still got a few league games, only literally a couple. When I play them off stream, I'll put, like, if I make any changes, I'll put it in the Discord so you can sort of see what we're up to with that. But it looks like I'm not going to have to go very far anyway. I mean, Halidash reaching a semi-final of the Conference League is very impressive from them, and I'm really happy for them. I am now concerned, of course, though, that they're probably not going to be in Europe next year. But Kishvada at least will be back. It's the fact that Kekshmet are going to be in it. The sort of consistency of the European sides is a bit of a concern. We had this issue in the previous saves with, well, both of them, frankly, but especially in Ireland. Louisok, thank you very much for the follow. You have a bit of that. You have a bit of that. Shakhtar now? Surely they'll have someone good. Okay. Surprisingly average, actually, for Shakhtar. Switching on. Oh, did we... You're right. Did we actually set that up prior to the game? Yes, we did. I think that I'm fine with the switching. In fact, for now, I'm just going to send these guys around again. I'll deal with that after stream, because there's another A- guy in there. Oh, he's 26 years old and on £57,000 a week. Probably not going to be our guy. Somehow. Right, okay, Halidash, away from home. I don't want to make any more changes. I just want to see if we can go out and repeat it, basically. So, contra Vrakis this time. Bit of tiredness creeping into some of these guys. Wait, where are they? Are they on international? Oh, the text message is there. That's odd. What an odd thing. Yeah, we'll definitely start them all. I want our best feet forward here. Castillo actually doesn't count as a best foot forward anymore. I'm happy to drop him. Darla, yeah, right back. Terranova left back, if he's still available. No, Darla left back. We'll do Skinner right back. Switching is hindering us. To be fair, that is... yeah. Well, we could turn it off again. Wait, why have I got... Oh, I see. That's the... I forgot you could do that. Cool. Right. Let's do that. Halidash. Let's go. Where's Zivkovic? He's not starting? Future Blue Nation. Unpredictable. Yeah, oh no, you just do. But the problem is, most of the leagues... Most nations don't have 18 to 20 team leagues for the most part because they can't support it with the infrastructure. So almost all of the smaller nations that we would potentially be starting with almost always have smallish leagues for that exact reason. So with it, like even France is reducing the amount of teams in the top flight, aren't they? Right. Okay. So it's a 4-4-2 for them. I mean, highlight straight from the kickoff is usually a good sign, but it is their kickoff, so maybe not. I've just noticed that Lucas is in goal. I've no idea why, considering we had a week off in between. Expanding once they became high quality. Oh, I'd love that stuff. I'd love all of that kind of stuff to be in the game. It would just make long-term saves so much more fun with that variability in the future. But unfortunately, I think it's not something we're ever going to see, sadly. Right, here we go. Oh, what a pass. 1-0 in 40 seconds. And that was nice football as well. Like, that was some good stuff there. Just really sensible, finding little pockets of space. Eventually the run was made, but like just popping it to text and look at that pass. Filth. Takes two guys out of the game and Silva slots another one home. It feels like the inside forwards are scoring more. You know, not inside forwards. You know what I mean? The players occupying that space on the pitch are scoring more and getting involved a lot more, both from a like assisting and scoring point of view. And now we turn the pass. Okay, eventually that run's going to be made. But then there's going to be space over at the back post now, presumably. Tex-Mex does it again. Oh! Oh, mother of God. It's 2 in 2 minutes. Did you see the football on the edge of the box there? That extra pass. They're always playing the extra pass because they've got that overload. That was naughty. Because when he takes it here, I thought he was going to slot this in. But look, he takes an extra touch to Bobby Tree because he's facing the wrong way. So instead of trying to spin, he's just played it into his path. That was gorgeous. Because here, I would have expected him to take it into his path and try and shoot. But instead, he just drops it immediately off to Bobby Tree. And then the fact that he takes it round the goalkeeper too. Exactly, Springtime. Very true. We all need that. Over a full XG in the first 10 minutes of the game is nice. This is the one that looks the most promising so far, anyway. Or certainly gives us something to build out from. But the football we're playing when we're scoring goals is actually sexy. Because everyone's dropping in and then they're spinning in behind and they never know quite who to go with. Tex-Mex. Oh. Situations like this is where it could get dangerous if you lose the ball. But then again, Tex-Mex popping it down. Now he's got support out wide. Goes for goal this time. I agree, Slipknot, honestly. I've really enjoyed the UEFA license, genuinely. Even though I feel like it's been not used effectively and occasionally, but it's still be good. We got knocked out, sadly, the Milky Way. Manchester United put us to the sword. Disappointingly. A little bit less possession today, but defensively solid. Haven't created anything super concrete lately, but still looking good. Give it time, I suppose. Diving in at his feet there. Here we go again. Because they sort of bring the ball to their feet and then they run away from goal, but it always brings defenders with them a lot of the time. Another Antunes is playing a centre-back again. Malero clips it in. Oh, those passes are going to be absolutely lethal. Because there's just so many people for them to mark. Or not mark a lot of the time. Oh, it's all the way through. It's gone in. It's 3-0 and Emmanuel Dala has scored from the wing. Tex-Mex is very much involved here. Kontavrakis and Malero look decent. I can't believe the keeper's missed that. Dala's just lumped one into the box aimlessly here. And the keeper's... Get that out of your system now. Like, get that out of your system now. Don't worry about doing that in the Conference League midweek. That's all I'll say for you on that one, buddy. Also, we're overperforming our XG in this game too, which is nice to see. That we're actually capable of doing that a little bit. Dala knocks it down for Yamin. He's going to shoot, isn't he? No. Dala might, though. What we need is a Trek roll at left wing back so we wouldn't do that. That's what we're desperately crying out for. God, look at that. He just brings it on the chest. No bother. Oh, here we go again. Kontavrakis. Bobby Trees through again. This is sexy. This right now is left wing Trek. The moment that we get the other side of their defence... Look at the way Villen brought that down. When they get the ball into here, suddenly we've bypassed most of their midfield and all of a sudden the gaps are opening. And it just takes one player to look up and slot those balls along. And Bobby Tree is finishing like nobody's business here. It's 4-0 in the first half. Off of an XG of 1.9 or something. Is there more here? Because now we're starting to create the chances. Because I think we're getting more confident. Oh, Tex-Mex here. Oh! My God. Outside of the right foot shot off the post. Do you think? I think that tactical familiarity also could be playing a part in that the players are getting more familiar with this batshit style of play, that it's probably helping us progress on top of that too. More shots on target today too. Like a nice ratio. It's actually over 50%, which is surprising for us. Hopefully this doesn't dent their confidence too much going into that second leg of theirs, but oh well. MTK expats at Dortmund. I imagine so. The cast-offs. Go on, give us a set piece goal. And I haven't even set up set pieces for this, remember. And think of how many goals we score from corners and free kicks and stuff. This is purely open play stuff that we're getting these goals from right now. I'll copy over the set piece stuff from the other tactic. Yeah, not committing a lot of fouls, controlling possession, strangling teams when we don't have the ball. Or when we do have the ball, rather. Skinner's struggled a little bit today. Skinner! Another goal here would be quite tasty. That's a poor pass. But they're just forced long. We win the knockdown. Straight to Yamin again. And he can... This is the area. Yep, there we go. Maleris through again. Oh, base of the post again. It just takes one of them dropping in, spinning it around the corner. That seems to be where it is. The moment one of them drops in, bang. They are 2-0 down from their first leg, Marco, currently. So it's looking not amazing for them. That's a good save from Lucas, actually, who's had a decent day. everybody except Skinner is on above 7 as well. So that's something to note. Oh, Lucas gets safe hands to it. Fair play. Oh, wait, there's more? No. I think we'll get Silver off. Not Silver, sorry, Skinner. We'll get Montiel for a little bit. Malero maybe for Yeboah. We'll get Castillo on. Because I do still think that he can have a part to play here. It's just, yeah. With better teams, it might, but that's not 5 treks, though. Bear in mind, against better teams, this isn't really designed for better teams. This is designed for us to kind of grab a load of goals. National team scouting is its peak. As in the old school national team scouting with like the getting like thousands of reports a year. I would say that one's probably the best time for that is probably I normally get my reports at the end like September during that international break around that period of time, but we don't do that kind of scouting anymore. So that's where I used to do it anyway. Second half's kind of fallen off a little bit. Was there not a foul in there? Stukin starting striker. Don't really know. Truth be told, Castillo, Labros, and Bobby Tree are kind of all competing for the role. Castillo's into the box here. This is good. Pull it back across. Oh, please. Oh, Bobby, please, buddy. You got to score that. Good chance, though. Well created. Well carved out. Actually, very surprised he didn't bury that. Well, 4-0 in the end. I mean, 3.01 XG. We kind of, honestly, we didn't actually get any worse from a creativity standpoint as the game wore on. We just were unable to take the chances. Oh, the scouting now. We use, well, I have a whole video about it, but if you do ! team reports, it's basically that. So we're using team reports as our primary scouting tool now, and it works, mate. So good. The amount of players we found lately have been incredible using that. I don't think any of them are actually quite at this team yet, because they're obviously very young. Strawberry Ninja is the man, right? He's the guy. Ferencváros get the win. So in fact, that's pretty much wrapped up second spot for them now.
Cooper, do not hate
Emperor,
me.
thank you very much for the follow. Okay, that's promising as far as that sort of stuff goes. I can't believe I can't believe it's actually working. Even if it's not perfect, it's actually working, which is kind of just insane. And obviously, there's a couple of games that I'm going to play off stream before we get to the end of the season too. So for all we know, I might be able to find a couple more tweaks when I'm paying a bit more attention and reading chat all the time. V-Rugs, thank you so much for the Prime. That's very, very nice of you. Right, move to this. Oh, thank you everyone that stuck with us when we had the slight technical snafu of, well, the internet completely dying. So thanks for that. Wow, lots of people on this afternoon. This is kind of fun. I'm going to raid Lewis. I've not raided Lewis in ages. He normally streams really late at night. That's normally when I see him on. So we're going to raid Lewis because that's just not a thing I've been able to do very often. So yeah, on Thursday, it's going to be transfer stream. Well, as transfery stream as transferys are. I mean, there's the potential that it could be a Conference League final, but like, let's be honest, they're 2-0 down from the first leg. They're going to have Salah suspended for the second leg as well. I think it's very unlikely that we're going to be seeing a Haladash Conference League final or anything like that, you know. So enjoy the rest of your day. I will be. We have some food with Pog later. Have a lovely old time, and I'll see you chaps and chapesses on Thursday for transfers, maybe a Conference League final, who knows. And I'll see you guys very, very soon. Thank you for joining me today. Hold your gun, Capybara, Babizzle.